Hey, so you're thinking about buying a 12-foot shuffleboard table for your game room or basement, right? I get it, it's a big purchase, and you don't want to end up with something that looks great in a photo but feels like a hassle in real life. Before you click Add to Cart, let me walk you through what actually matters when you're choosing a shuffleboard table this size. The link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, a 12-foot shuffleboard table isn't just a game table, it's a statement piece. If you've got the space, it's a fantastic way to turn a room into a social hub. But here's the thing, not every 12-foot table is built the same. Some are flimsy, some are heavy, and some just don't have the right features to make setup and daily use smooth. The Barrington Webster is one of those tables that tries to balance competition-level play with home usability. So let's break down whether it's the right fit for you. The biggest thing that stands out with this table is its size. At 12 feet, it's a true competition-size table, which means the playing surface is long enough for serious games. If you've ever played on a shorter table, you know how frustrating it can be when the puck doesn't have enough room to glide properly. This one gives you that authentic shuffleboard experience without the need for a professional league setup. But, and this is a big but, it's not something you're going to move around. It's heavy, and it's meant to stay in one place. So if you're thinking you'll rearrange your room every few months, this isn't the table for you. Now, let's talk about craftsmanship. The Barrington Webster is made of solid wood, which is a big deal if you want something that lasts. Cheaper tables often use particle board or MDF, which can warp or chip over time, especially if you're playing regularly. This one is built to hold up, but here's the catch, solid wood means it's going to be heavier and more expensive. If you're on a tight budget, you might want to consider a smaller table or a different material. But if you're investing in a table that you want to keep for years, the solid wood construction is a practical strength. The design is another point in its favor. It's got a classic, timeless look that fits well in most home settings. The storage cabinets underneath are a nice touch, they're not just for show. You can keep your pucks, scoring equipment, and even some drinks in there, which keeps everything organized and off the floor. That's a small detail, but it makes a big difference when you're hosting game nights. The only downside I can think of is that the cabinets aren't the deepest, so if you've got a ton of shuffleboard accessories, you might need to get creative with storage. Assembly is always a concern with big furniture like this. The Barrington Webster isn't a one-person job, you're going to need at least 2 people to get it set up, and even then, it's going to take some time. The instructions are clear enough, but it's not something you can rush. If you're not handy or you don't have help, you might want to budget for professional assembly. That's an extra cost, but it's worth it to avoid damaging the table or getting frustrated halfway through. Room size is another factor. A 12-foot table needs a lot of space, not just for the table itself, but for players to move around. You'll want at least 5 feet of clearance on each side to comfortably play. If your room is tight, this table might feel cramped, and that'll take away from the experience. Measure your space before you buy, and don't just rely on the dimensions listed online. You'd be surprised how much room shuffleboard players actually need. So, who should buy this table? If you've got the space, the budget, and you're serious about shuffleboard, this is a solid choice. It's well built, it looks great, and it's designed for real gameplay. If you're just looking for something casual or you're tight on space, you might want to consider a smaller table or even a tabletop version. And if you're not handy, factor in the cost of assembly. The Barrington Webster isn't perfect, no shuffleboard table is, but it's a great option if you're looking for a competition-sized table that's built to last. If you decide it's the right fit for you, the link is in the description. Happy gaming!